Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel. Today we're going to do another one of these videos where I'm going to focus on how I discovered a certain character, why I like the stories where that character's in. Obviously here we have Captain America. Well, actually you see a lot of Iron Man, but here we have Captain America from the Marvel Series 1 trading cards. And it took me a real long time to get into reading Captain America comic books. When I started collecting, anything related to the Avengers were super lame, at least with me and my friends. Like only one friend of mine, like we were a group of 10 kids that we all started getting into comic books and video games and stuff like that. Only one of them would read Thor, and he would really push it on me. He's like, this is some of the best stuff ever, and I was just not gelling with me. And so it's not that I didn't like Captain America. It's just he wasn't my jam at that time. I was really into X-Men and Spider-Man, but obviously I started collecting Marvel Series 1, this fantastic card collection, which was pretty much my gateway drug into comic books, because it sort of happened both at the same time. As I mentioned in the previous video, I started getting my first comic books, and my uncle and my dad were starting to buy my first comic books. They sort of noticed I was sort of interested, and these trading cards started to flood my school. Like everyone was collecting them. So this is from obviously Marvel Series 1, which the thing I loved about these cards is they would tally the battles, supposedly the wins and losses, ties, the probability of coming out on top, nicknames, arch enemies. This was a big thing because you had no internet, so all the information you needed was on these cards and on these character sheets that Marvel would put out. But I don't have Captain America's character sheet, so we're going to save that for other videos. Then we have Captain America on his motorcycle. Wait, I'm going to take it out there. Which this motorcycle used to pop up a lot in the 1980s Captain America series. Then what else we have here? We have Marvel Series 2. This series was really awesome because you would have all the stats of the character's strength, speed, agility, stamina, durability, and intelligence. Then we had Marvel Series 3, which this was the first and only time that I bought the box of the whole collection, and I got every single card. That was really awesome. And one of my best friends also bought the box, and for something really weird happened. Like he had an insane amount of repeat cards. Like something went wrong, and he was really freaking pissed off. Like he was really competitive when we were collecting back when we were kids. Origins of Captain America, the Marvel Masterpiece, these team up cards, where I remember seeing US Agent for one of the first times on one of these cards and thinking, what a cool character design does US Agent have. Then we get these battle cards. That the thing I really wanted to mention to you guys is this one with Red Skull. Like, I was just getting into comic books. I didn't know very much about any of the characters, so as I said before, I was learning everything off these cards. And I remember seeing this card and thinking to myself, why is Captain America fighting against this really weird old guy? That was my first impression when I saw this. It's like he's gonna beat the crap out of this this old dude. And what's up with this guy with the beekeeper outfit in the background? Out of chance, here we have I came across the first Captain America issue I ever got. That back during that time I wasn't hooked, and this is like the only one I got. And it took me forever to get back into reading, really being interested in Captain America. Actually, the Heroes Reborn era, that it's pretty terrible, but I remember back then I liked it. I was really young. I was drawn to all the hype, and with the whole thing, with all the people from Image going back into Marvel. I wanted to see what Rob Liefeld would do with Captain America and how anatomically incorrect he was. But I started really reading Captain America during that time, during Heroes Reborn, and then Heroes Return. That's where I was really hooked with Cap. Like, with Heroes Return, I sort of had a shift in my comic collection. I started to really like Avengers, Thor, Captain America. I never really liked Iron Man for some reason. I don't know why. And I never got hooked with Fantastic Four, even though Fantastic Four, I think that it's a really solid series. I love the characters. But this is my first Captain America comic book, 391. The art is probably done by, I don't want to screw up here. Oh, thank God I didn't say anything. I was about to screw up. The artist is Rick Levins, and the story, which is totally and utterly insane, is by Mark Gruewald. And that's one real good thing about Captain America, especially 1980s Captain America, or the stories are totally and utterly insane. They always have these really weird twists. Mark Gruewald wrote some really odd stories, which really capture the spirit of the times. Some really crazy shit too, and it always had some really weird political undertones and stuff like that. Captain America has always been a pretty political character. Implicitly, there we go, or explicitly. And that's one of the really interesting things about this character. And there's also, they can make stories that are more campy or more serious. It always goes back and forth. So it always keeps Caps pretty interesting. But this is a really insane story. This is coming off, I did a video on Streets of Poison, so which is probably the weirdest Cap story out there. So Cap, we're going to get into this issue. I'm going to tell you guys very briefly so we can have a lot of fun with it. I just love the advertisement that these comic books had back in the day. Like, I remember Capri Sun. My parents never bought it for me. Like, all the cool kids had it because it was really expensive. It was artificial as hell. I had to go buy the milk that the school sold during lunchtime. So that brought a lot of memories back to me. So let's get into the story. Superior, or she's Red Skull's daughter. She's Sin, sister Midnight, something like that. She had very varying aliases, but here she's called Superior, captures Captain America and Paladin. She has this insane plan to convert, I don't know if it's the whole world or just the United States. That little aspect of the story is sort of escaping me, into women. No more men. If there's any man left, they're going to become slaves. And they're filling up Captain America with this weird serum to turn him into a woman, and with hormones and stuff like that. So they're pushing him to be a transgender person. Like, I wonder if they would put this story out nowadays, people would just totally and utterly flip out. Superior creates this place called Femizonia, sorry. This utopia for women. All the Marvel women villains, and some of those that are sort of heroes but not on the up and up. So you can see Yellow Jacket, Screaming Mimi, Titania, Pound Cake, Gypsy Moth, I think she's Vertigo, Modam. I see Frenzy here, and a lot of other characters. I don't remember their names. Oh yeah, Asp, and I think she's called Black Mamba from the Serpent Society. They're hearing her speech about how women are going to take over the world. Also, we have Archie Light from the Marauders. So this is a real crazy harebrained scheme, but it's sort of in basis of the mythos of Thundra that comes from the future, where women take over and have men as slaves. So she's like going to put, Superior is going to try to push this agenda forward. And like, some of the dialogues are just really bizarre and but priceless. Like, they feel a little stiff, and like Mark Gruewald sort of struggling making dialogue for women and amongst women. You can sort of tell, like, he doesn't understand how a conversation between women normally works. It's just really weird. But on the other side, it's just priceless, because it just really shows off the mentality of the people of the time. But what happens is, oh, look at this. This is for the Terminator 2 trading cards. That was the first R movie I ever went to see when I was a kid. like my parents were really strict with me not being able to see our movies, so there was like a sort of a big deal. Like I pleaded with my mom, it's like, everyone went except for me, please let me go. So Cap obviously escapes, some help from Aspen. I really hope she's called Black Mamba. Her name sort of escapes me. Ladies from Serpent Society give them their costumes. They dress up like guards. So now we have Cap and Paladin as cross-dressers. And poor Paladin, because he's always sort of been a second-rate mercenary. He never got his own trading card on any of the Marvel series. I think I have his character sheet, but I'm not going to go take the effort and look for it. But he never got any love. Poor. And he never got, like, other lesser-known characters. Well, they are more important than Paladin, Moon Knight, or Iron Fist, got their time and to really shine with some really good series during the 2000s, but Paladin, poor guy, never got a chance. Look at buying comic books off catalogs. I never did this, but I did buy CDs like this, and it would take forever for the CD to reach me, because I was obviously here in Argentina. It would take like 3 or 4 months until they arrived. So Captain America starts battling against Superior. So he's going to drop a missile that's going to make every man on Earth turn into a woman. This is a pretty insane story, but I remember reading this and when I was a kid, and I didn't really like it. So I never got hooked with Captain America from this point. As I said before, I started reading Cap during the Heroes Reborn era, and years later, I came back and started reading Captain America from the 80s and 90s and discovered I was really missing out on pure gold. So, hope you guys like this video, and see you guys next time. Bye.